Hello, fabulous friends, fans, and superstars of my dear friend Nadiya Shah. I am Yuriria Robles, and I welcome you to your horoscope for the month of July 2024. Dear Virgo, this month brings a tremendous professional growth for you. You will strive to be independent, and the prolonged stay of Pluto in Aquarius will solidify this. Just have the courtesy to establish agreements with your personal and business partners. Your ruling planet is Mercury, and it will finish stay in Cancer the first day of the month. Then it will go through Leo to finally reach your own sign, and a powerful expression on the 26th. Up until then, you will be ready to analyze everything, which is your best trait. So in Cancer, you have been reviewing feelings and resentments. Your mind was occupied with security and nutrition issues. At the entrance in Leo, it will face Pluto right at the gate. A demanding situation at work is beginning to take form. This situation will ask of you to work with teams, to integrate groups that will serve others through technology. It will not be a solo situation. It is an effort of multiple individuals. You will have to deal with an expansive energy from Jupiter in Gemini, which is not to your liking very much because you prefer to go deeply into situations and you are not comfortable with superficialities or looking into many subjects at the same time. On top of that, the presence of Saturn in Pisces catching up with Neptune is organizing your one on one relationships. So there is much to organize and think about. Do have patience, dear Virgo. You will sort out everything in due time. The presence of the Sun in Cancer, along with Venus and Mercury, has made you comfortable in a group situation. Yet it has questioned your values, and you might have been hurt by the effects of other people's values. The latter ones are still changing because, as a collective, we are suffering a lot of transformations, realizing, at least some of us, that some things are not worth anymore. But as a group, we still must decide what we fight for. On that subject, Mars is going towards Uranus, and it will reach the perfect conjunction from the 12th to the 16th of the month. This is one of the most dynamic duo in the solar system, and we are in for a big surprise. The unexpected, and it is a must to pay attention to what we are doing. Yet we have to use it. So pay attention because it will come for you as a higher learning or something happening in foreign lands or cultures. It can also appear in the university if you are studying, or in the courts if you are dealing with a legal matter. You must open your mind and think out of the box. The interesting part now is that both will conjunct the fixed star Algol. This is the most demanding star in the heavens. It has a rich mythology. Algol is the head of the Medusa. The story goes that Medusa was a very dedicated maiden at the temple of Athena, and Poseidon fell in love with her. And after having seduced her in the temple, Athena got very mad with the girl and turned her into a horrific sight. because her beautiful hair was turned into a maze of snakes. So every person that who got or was caught in her gaze could turn into stone. It was necessary that another hero, Perseus, and with the advice from Athena herself, cut Medusa's head and used it to conquer his own enemies. This was needed to save his love, Andromeda, from peril. So, what does this myth mean for you, Virgo, in this month? Is that consider that Medusa was a very innocent maiden and devoted to her duties and would not allow either feelings or reasons to get in her way. But then Poseidon or Neptune comes in and starts tempting her to have relationships with him, either willingly or by force. After the punishment, she was enraged and very dangerous to look at. In this part, the myth is suggesting that we must not separate our innocence and deep feelings from our reasoning. We should not rationalize either what we feel or give explanations, but we must also be aware of them in order not to be tricked by others' desires. This is very important for you, Virgo, because you are prone to explain to yourself or others why you feel anything, and that takes a lot of energy from you. Feelings are there to be recognized to a point or to show a need that must be fulfilled. Otherwise, feelings plague everything else. If we do not make the effort to reason and be mature with our desires, then we risk losing our head as Medusa. We are subjected to our rage, and in this state, we are very dangerous to ourselves and to others. Therefore, at this time, we need to recognize what we feel, reason about them, but not in the sense of explaining or giving excuses or justifications. The effort goes towards acknowledging that the feelings are real, so we do not have to react blindly. Just the recognition is a mature act. Then we must let the anger or fear subside due to this understanding. And only then we can do something different, creative, free from the grip of our own fear or anger. From the blood of Medusa emerged a beautiful being called Pegasus. It was a white horse with big wings that could fly very high in the heaven. So from this lesson this month we are guided hopefully and willingly to integrate in our maturity our feelings and our thoughts. And from there it has to emerge a beautiful inner state, decision or action that takes us out of our safe space into a higher realm, into a deeper understanding, comprehension, and knowing of who we really are, feeling and thinking wisely to go to a higher form of being and feeling. This is an ordeal and it has an element of surprise and innovation and also a forced situation we will have to deal with. From the individual perspective, it is easier, the opportunity to make the best of this and learn. But from the mundane and collective perspective, it is much more difficult. Therefore, if we believe everything we hear as a matter of fact without checking them, then we are in trouble to distinguish what is truth and what is false. So if you get angry, pause to recognize from where the deep reaction is coming from. The from the 12th to the 16th, be on the lookout, be careful, try to stay conscious and pay attention to whatever you are doing. The new moon is on the 5th of July. This is the time when our feelings are at the strongest. We need to feel safe, secure, and within our friends and groups. Our partner will feel also safe and contained if we let activities with them to develop. So the new moon emphasizes the need to withhold drama or victimization, to grow and show that we can deal with whatever situation life is presenting to us. It is in opposition CERES in Capricorn. You must nourish your creativity, your sons and daughters, or your sweethearts. Your steady presence, organization, and sensible manner will help them immensely. The non-coherent manifestation would be to go down on them very hard, punishing them or being cold and distant. Also, the asteroid Pallas Athene is establishing a harmonious dialogue with the new moon, repeating the theme of Medusa, asking us to recognize between real needs and valuable goals. The new moon is the culmination of a process, an enormous one, that began 14 years ago, in which every time the new or full moon happened in Cancer or Capricorn, we were asked to be mature, to reason, to understand our needs and match them to our goals in a sensible manner. We were warned not to be overworked and balance between relaxation and guiding our children, creativity, and loved ones. We found solace and shelter within our friends, and now this is about to conclude in order to direct our attention towards constructing work teams. The full moon on the 21st of July is second one in Capricorn, now in the last degree. So we are into some months of wrapping things up from the past that helped at the time, but now we should let go in order to be free and ready for a new situation. Neptune is supporting this realization, this ending, and Mars just entering Gemini at the time will give us freedom to literally walk the talk. But for you, Virgo, it means a lot more work, dealing with more people and situations. Also, your social activities will have a lot of mobility, with many persons coming in and going out. Not all of them will stay, but this situation will certainly improve your social and professional skills. In matters of the heart, for those who are in established bond, Neptune on the last degree is ready to leave the past behind, and Saturn's presence in your partner's area will put some order back into a situation that was full of feelings, fantasy, drama, or victimization. For some of you, it might mean solidifying a relationship, even getting married. For those who are seeking a new relationship, it is possible that a loved one might turn serious material, maybe even marriage as well. You are very committed to a personal relationship, and it is not easy for you to connect with just anybody. But for now, there will be many opportunities to meet new people, new friends, and the dry spell on this subject will be over as soon as Pluto enters definitely into Aquarius in November. What I love about this month for you is the harmony between Jupiter and Mars in Gemini, in the highest point in your chart. Pay attention to what you are offered and think thoroughly about it. But do not postpone the decision. Take the opportunity to be freer and more independent. It will be a wonderful month. Enjoy.